What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with RK Outpost and GeeksandGamers.com, and we have some breaking sports news for you. This is huge, but will it have a huge impact on the season? That remains to be seen, as we have two big superstars swapping teams. John Wall is headed to Houston. Russell Westbrook is being traded to the Washington Wizards for John Wall and a first-round pick. So Houston does get a first-round pick out of this as well, and get rid of Russell Westbrook. Now, this is in before there's even really anything on ESPN. This is all that they were managed to put up there from Adrian Wojnarowski. One sentence, which is saying Houston has agreed to trade Russell Westbrook to Washington for John Wall and a first-round pick. And you saw Shams there with it as well, right on top of it. Source confirms Houston traded Russell Westbrook to the Wizards for John Wall and a 2020 protected first-round pick. Now, as you go through it, everyone's kind of reacting to this, right? Some people saying, Russell Westbrook thinks he's probably pretty mad. You do think that now John Wall and Boogie Cousins are going to be reunited. Obviously, this is not the same Boogie Cousins that dominated in Sacramento after all of those injuries. But a lot of gifts right now. This is my thing. Russell Westbrook and John Wall's contract. This is kind of what I'm saying, right? And you see Bobby Marks breaking down the actual numbers. The swap of the Supermax extensions, Russell Westbrook to Washington, who's making 41, 44, and 47 million. John Wall to Houston is making exactly the same thing. And when John Wall gets to Houston, the problem is going to be that James Harden is still there. This offense is so centered around James Harden. Now, with Mike D'Antoni not there, is this going to change? Is it finally going to change? Is James Harden not going to be just this ball-dominant dude anymore? Possibly. We saw Chris Paul struggle to play with James Harden. Chris Paul moves on, and then with a less talented team in Oklahoma City, overperforms there. So maybe people are starting to think that you just can't play with with James Harden. Now you have John Wall there in Houston alongside him. A guy who also needs to be ball dominant, is best when he is the one facilitating and making plays. There's just not enough ball to go around when James Harden is in the building as well. And I don't see how getting John Wall on the team is going to make that any different. Russell Westbrook is going to go to play with Bradley Beal. I don't really see that being a great fit either. Bradley Beal is a much better shooter than Russell Westbrook. Bradley Beal at this point is probably more efficient than Russell Westbrook, but Russell Westbrook is going to be there getting paid a shit ton. That backcourt, just like with John Wall and Bradley Beal, is going to be making a shit ton of money, but are you going to get the wins from it? I don't know. We saw a Washington team that came together once John Wall was injured and maybe performed a little better once he was not in the rotation. So this is going to be interesting. I'm not really high on this deal for either team. At least Houston picks up a first-round pick from it in exchange for that contract. But overall, this is going to be the talk of the NBA for quite a while. We'll see if they have anything else up on ESPN. Any sort of amplifying information. I don't think so. I think it's literally just that. Here we go. Is this an actual article? No, they just have a headline on it now. So we are well ahead of ESPN, which is not a surprise. Which is not a surprise in any way, shape, or form that we are quicker at getting this shit than ESPN, because they are obviously trash journalists at this point. But what do you guys think about this? I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Do you think this is a good thing for Houston? Do you think it's a good thing for Washington? Is there a clear winner on either side of this? Or is it just kind of flip the coin? We'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to Sports Wars, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.